Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. When I opened the message, my heart forgot how to beat. It was a video, grainy, filmed in low light, but unmistakable. The woman laughing in the hotel room wore my face. My laugh. My hair tied in the same careless bun I always wore when I didn't want to try too hard. Only it wasn't me. She was sitting on the edge of the bed with Daniel, my fiancé, his hand tracing the curve of her thigh like it belonged there. My stomach twisted, the sound of their voices faint but real. Are you sure she won't find out? Daniel's voice broke through the static. She doesn't have to know, she said, and when she turned her head toward the camera, the angle caught her profile. The same freckle near her jawline, the same eyes that mirrored mine. My twin sister, Emma. The phone slipped from my hand and hit the kitchen tiles with a hollow crack. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't think. The world blurred around me, as if everything familiar had turned traitor all at once. For 10 minutes I stood frozen, my reflection in the dark kitchen window staring back like a stranger. Then slowly I picked up the phone again and watched it once more. This time with the cold, clinical detachment of someone who wanted to catch every detail, every truth. There was no mistake. Daniel's hand, her voice, their lips. My twin and the man I was supposed to marry in 2 weeks. But why? Emma and I shared everything growing up. The same room, the same clothes, the same childhood secrets whispered under blankets. She had been my best friend, my anchor when Mom left, when Dad drank too much, when the world felt sharp and cruel. And now she'd taken the one person I trusted most. I didn't cry that night. I didn't scream or throw things. I just sat on the floor with the lights off, watching the faint city glow seep through the blinds. My thoughts were too loud, too jagged. By morning, something colder had taken root inside me. I needed answers. When Daniel showed up that afternoon with coffee and that familiar smile, I stared at him differently. His lips were the same ones that had kissed me goodnight last week, but now they looked contaminated, rehearsed. "Morning, love," he said, leaning down to kiss my cheek. I flinched before I could stop myself. He paused. "You okay?" "I didn't sleep well," I said softly. "Can we talk tonight? About us?" "Of course." He hesitated, concern flashing in his eyes. "Everything all right?" I smiled, the way you do before stepping onto thin ice. "It will be." He left for work and I called Emma. She didn't pick up. Not the first time, not the second. When I finally drove to her apartment, I noticed her car wasn't in the lot. But the door was unlocked. Inside, the air smelled faintly of my perfume, her old habit. The walls were covered in photos, many of the two of us. But one photo stopped me cold. Emma and Daniel standing together at last year's Christmas party, smiling, their hands nearly touching. How had I missed it? I went to her bedroom and saw a framed picture on her nightstand. It wasn't of us, it was of Daniel. The same photo I'd taken of him on the beach last summer. The same one I had on my phone background. Except this frame was cracked. And behind it, tucked in the corner, was a letter addressed to me. My hands trembled as I unfolded it. "Maya, before you hate me, please know I didn't plan for this. I never meant for things to go this far. I only wanted him to see me. To see the person who's always been second place. I loved him first, you just didn't know it. He thought it was you that night. I swear. I only wanted to feel what it was like to be you for a little while. To be loved like you are. I'm sorry. I know sorry isn't enough. You'll understand one day why I did it." My legs nearly gave out. He thought it was me. My pulse roared in my ears. Did that mean she pretended, disguised herself as me? The same face, the same voice, my clothes, my mannerisms, God, she could pull it off. We'd always joked about switching places in school, how even our teachers couldn't tell. But this wasn't a prank. This was madness. I felt sick. That night, when Daniel came home, I confronted him. I placed the letter in front of him on the table and waited. He frowned, reading. "What is this supposed to mean?" "Don't," I whispered. "Don't pretend you don't know." "Maya, I have no idea." I cut him off. "That night at the Rosemont Hotel. You and me." His face went white. "How do you—" "It wasn't me," I said. "It was Emma." The silence that followed was unbearable. His lips parted, eyes wide, realization dawning too slowly. "No," he said. "That's impossible. She came to my room. She texted me from your number. She looked like you. She said you were nervous about the wedding and wanted to talk privately. She kissed me first and I thought. He stopped, voice cracking. I stared at him, waiting for disgust or fury to hit, but all I felt was emptiness. She used me, he whispered. She tricked us both. But had she? The letter had said she'd loved him first. And I remembered the look in her eyes whenever I mentioned his name. Too soft, too careful. Still, I needed to see her. I found her 2 days later at the old park near our childhood home. She was sitting on the swings the same way she used to when life was too much. When she saw me, she didn't run. She just looked tired. I thought you'd come, she said. Why? My voice broke. Why him, Emma? Why me? Her eyes glistened. Because you always get chosen. Every time. I'm the shadow, Maya. The copy. He didn't even realize I wasn't you until after. I swallowed hard. So you pretended to be me. You became me. I wanted to know what it felt like to be loved that way, she said softly. Just once. By destroying me, her shoulders shook. It wasn't supposed to happen again. But then he texted you and I saw it. He asked to meet and I couldn't stop myself. I thought if he saw me, really saw me, maybe he'd choose me, not my reflection. The ache in her voice was unbearable. She wasn't a villain. She was broken. Still, forgiveness didn't come. I stood there, the wind tangling our identical hair, realizing we'd never be the same. I'm canceling the wedding, I said quietly. And I don't want to see either of you again. She nodded, tears slipping down her cheeks. I understand. I turned to leave but paused when she whispered something that froze me. He's not who you think he is, Maya. Check your messages. You'll see. That night I did. Buried deep in my archived text was one from Daniel, dated weeks before the video. Are you sure she won't find out? My blood ran cold. The exact same words from the recording. Only this time it was sent to me. I realized the truth like a knife twisting inside me. He'd known. From the start. And Emma? She'd taken the blame to protect me. Because in the end, she hadn't wanted to destroy me. She'd wanted to save me from him. I deleted the message, packed my bags and left that night. Some betrayals don't end in screaming. They end in silence, when you finally see that love was never what you thought it was.